YouTube, it's your boy DkTV back on DkTV Reacts. And you already know what's going on, man. By the name of the title, you already know what's going on. We are reacting. You know, I'm throwing my little 2 cents in about the semen retention. Here we have famous people talking about no fap semen seed retention. We got NLE Chopper talking about it, Kanye West, and a bunch of other celebrities. So my intake on semen retention and nofap, I believe nofap is not releasing any nut unless you're having sex. So you can't ejaculate and release nut from like pornography and any kind of stuff like that, but from having sex, I believe you can. But semen retention is avoiding at all costs, from watching porn to having sex. It's saving your nut. Your nut is powerful enough to create life. So in a sense, if you use that energy and transfer it to advancing your business, athletic performance, just being spiritually better, you know what I'm saying? It just shows a big difference, even from a week span of you not having sex or not ejaculating from porn, any kind of things like that. You'll see a difference, especially a month or 2, 3, 4. You feel me? You'll see the difference. So the main reason people do it, especially in the sports world and business world, is to have a higher self, in a sense, to become the better you, and the higher self, the immense focus, the immense energy that you save and transfer over to your work is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of becoming better. Because if you could create life with that, what else could you do? You know what I'm saying? If you're conserving it and you're just trying to become better, you know what I'm saying? It corresponds to just elevating yourself. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we're gonna react to this video and see what the celebrities got to say. I have the video pulled up right now. And we are going to screen record that motherfucker. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Like 80-90% of y'all don't be subscribing. I don't understand why. We gonna get this video rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Listen, there's this whole wave of motherfuckers talking about not busting nuts.
Semen retention.
Semen retention. Kevin Gates talk about it. Joey Badass talk about it. I heard you talk about it. Please elaborate.
I was gonna try to get just the Kevin Gates video in this, but I couldn't. I'm gonna let the video run through. I don't know if I'm gonna let the whole 7 minutes play, but I'm gonna let the video run through.
No, it's good for you. First and foremost, your ejaculation, your nut is life. So once you give a part of life away, you lose a part of life, you know?
So also, what I forgot to throw in there, once you ejaculate or your semen is released, your hair, in a sense, if you do it an immense amount of times, like if niggas like busting his nut 3 times a day, just ejaculate, your hair becomes thin, you know, your skin becomes to, in a sense, deteriorate, so you have that older kind of look. That's why people that practice it have that kind of glow. Their skin glows, they have more energy. You just see, you can see the difference. You can tell the difference. That glow effect is really there, because not only are they saving that energy, they're conserving that energy, but they're using it for a greater mean. You know what I'm saying? Aside from just a 15-second satisfaction, they're using it for, alright, bet, let me get better, let me look better, let me work on my craft. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think it's so important for people to practice that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go on 10, 20, 30, 40 years without it. You know what I'm saying? It does originate from like a monk practice. It's almost like a monk mode, and they practice that immensely on that, in that I don't know what you call it, in their spiritual form, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But carry on.
I tell everybody this example: with 1 nut, you can run 8 miles. It's like
8 miles, bro. 1 nut.
Equivalent to 8 miles. You know how many miles? You know how many footsteps that is?
Really?
Wow. 1 nut can make a whole child. You think you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't go the extra mile to do your work or do.
1 nut could create a child, bro. A living being. At one point, I was a child, and look what I'm doing. Look what you guys are doing. You're able to go to work. You're able to, you know what I'm saying? It could create something so complex as life. So just imagine what you could do with that creative mindset, that energy that's saved up. I'm talking for my guys. I don't know how it works for my females. I'm sure there's some kind of corresponding like in betweens ties, you know what I'm saying? But me as a guy, I just know like you gotta save that energy, bro. You have to.
Extra stuff within that. You know what I'm saying? So it's better to keep it in and you'll feel better. Like just go on the semen retention. Like, you know.
How long?
Just try like how often you have sex?
I mean, often. I'm married, my wife's beautiful, we be fucking, you know what I'm saying? So like
just try, man.
I feel like okay, so is it hard to like not get shit off?
You gotta have a goal. If you put a goal in place, if you be like, okay, this week I want to record 7 songs, and that's like a song a day, you know. If that's your goal, attack it. You know what I'm saying? But with you having sex and busting 100 nuts, it might not be possible. Cause let me make it more realistic.
So speaking from a guy's perspective, after we have sex, our energy level's kind of drained. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not, bro, it sounds so repetitive, but if you're not using that energy to have sex, the immense focus you have on your craft or anything that you're doing, from working out to creating a business to working on your business to working on yourself to even trying to finish a book or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? It's just, the task becomes so much more. You became way more creative. You flourish a lot more. You know what I'm saying? You're that flower that's touching that sun. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
On my terms, like I try to record 3 songs a night if I'm in for a week. If I got a week recording session, I'm trying to do 3 songs. There's 21 songs in 1 week. That's an album.
2 albums.
So, you know what I'm saying? If that's my focus, if that's my approach going into that week, I can't have sex because I'm gonna be too tired. It's certain hours that's gonna be knocked off, which is each nut a certain hour will be knocked off. So once you develop a goal or a focus, something to drive towards, I feel like that's when you implement.
So when you are doing retention, semen retention, and then you still fuck, right? I'm just trying to understand this.
I haven't done it to where I'm fucking and like.
So you'll just be celibate.
Yeah, I just be celibate.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's people that can have sex. Like semen retention is not releasing your nut. You can have sex, but once you release your nut, you have to start all over from day one. So myself, I just try to avoid having sex at all. If that's the case, like once I'm on my semen retention mode, which I am now, I try to avoid sex because if I'm in it, I'm busting. Like shit, you feel me? There are people that can do it and just hold their nut. I don't know how, I know how, but shit, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? So I try to just avoid it at all costs. Like, I feel me, like, shorty, I'm on this mission. Like, I be telling the girls, like, oh, for real, that ass.
A massive amount of thinking.
So you'll just be celibate.
Yeah, I just be celibate.
Oh, okay.
A massive amount of thinking, like truly stupendous amount of thinking, has gone into sex. Without purpose, without procreation, which is actually quite a silly action in the absence of procreation. It's a bit silly. Well, so why are you doing it? Because it makes the limbic system happy. That's why. But it's pretty absurd, really.
Well, the whole of existence is pretty absurd in some kind of sense.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a lot of computation has gone into how can I do more of that with procreation not even being a factor. This is, I think, a very important area of research by NSFW.
An agency that should receive a lot of funding, especially after this conversation.
If I propose the formation of a new agency.
Boxers aren't supposed to...
Boxing, sports.
Everything. Quit doing it. Take control of your body.
Semen retention.
And yes,
So wait,
when I
have you
told
been
Bez
doing
about it,
this? I've been doing this for months, bro. Oh, bro.
Bez been doing it for a while. When I first told Bez about it, and I said, Bez, by the way, I'm doing no fap, and he turns around to me and goes, oh yeah, semen retention. I was like, oh, this starting this experiment.
So the best way I explain it, human race, right? You've got
human race, been around for millions of years.
women, just knocking about back in caveman days, or whatever, right? When this caveman, he's eaten, and then once you bust, it's job done, isn't it? Because you're here to reproduce. Job done.
So I want to go back to the owner of Tesla. He says sex is almost like an enlightenment for the body. So when you have sex, the brain releases these three chemicals: the dopamine, I can't. See, I don't know the exact terminology, but I know it's dopamine is definitely up there. Endorphins and oxytocin. I don't know. Somebody look it up. I think I'll look it up for y'all. I'm gonna look it up for y'all. Hold on. Okay, yes. So it's dopamine, endorphins, and oxytocin. I'm terrible at spelling. I'm terrible at pronunciation. But once that's released, you know, you feel satisfied. You feel that sense of, okay, I'm drained. I did what I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Even at the point where, if you go deep into biology, guys are put on this planet to reproduce and do that stuff. So we're kind of going against our DNA to do that, but it's also a mindset control. Once you have semen retention and you're consistently doing it, you're really practicing self-control. You're more confident. You have more energy. Your hair starts to grow. Your muscles develop more. You're more creative. So it's so many benefits of going against something that's almost set in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say go 50 years without, you know what I'm saying, ejaculating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have kids eventually. You know what I mean? But, I mean, releasing, I don't know about ejaculating. If you jack off, you jack off. But, I would say not to. You know what I'm saying? But not even yourself, not just you, but even females realize that. Females are attracted to that. You get more attention from women. It's just something that's in our DNA. Guys that, you know, you show more masculinity in a sense. Because what makes a man? Semen. So if you have more semen inside of you, more females are attracted to you. You're glowing. You're more developed. You're smarter. You're creative. You look good. You're sharper. You're working out more. It's just a whole development thing. You know what I'm saying? So you release semen from a man, he's no longer a man. You know what I mean? So yeah, it does release these three chemicals from our brain, and yeah, I mean, it's hard to go against the grain, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If you want to be better, I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth it. It's like waking up early to be somewhere on time. It's like, why would you wake up 30 minutes before knowing that you gotta be there on time? You know what I'm saying? But be there, wake up an hour and a half to 2 hours before. It's all a matter of self-control. Self-control is crazy. A man that has self-control and focus on his craft and self-control on lust or anything sexual, that's a dangerous man, bro. That's a dangerous man. You know what I'm saying? But more of the story, we're gonna keep going.
First of all, best about it.
Semen retention is important. That's the more of the story.
Oh, best by the way, I'm doing no fat.
If you're into like becoming better.
And he goes, oh yeah, semen retention. I was like, oh, this time is experience.
So the best way I'll explain it: human race, right? You've got
human race, been around for millions of years.
Women just knocking about back in caveman days, or whatever, right? When this caveman is eaten, and then once you bust, it's job done, isn't it? Because you're here to reproduce. Your job done. You sort of get. So you think about it. You wake up. You're right. Oh, job done. Like your head is just saying, "Oh, job done. I'm finished." Yeah. And then if you do this 3 times a day, bro, you're constantly stuck in this state of, oh, job done. Like, yeah. Get that fire spark in the belly, bro.
My fault. Yeah. My fault. I was texting my thumbnail guy for the next video.
No, dude. Get active. So it's more just like
I'm letting y'all just watch it through.
There's no
we watching it together.
Drive to do anything because you think the job's done. Yes, because
we are put on this planet to reproduce. Once you have sex, you are drained. You have done what you were put on this planet to do. Now, if you use that energy, it sounds repetitive. If you use that energy for your craft, you're gonna be better. Don't ejaculate. Don't release your semen. No fap and seed retention is a little. They have similarities because it's no porn. You can have sex and ejaculate. Semen retention, seed retention is basically saving your seed. So it's like, all right. You feel me? Thumbnail guy, but yeah. Use your semen for a greater cause. You know what I'm saying? How much better do you want to be in 10 years? and because you chose to focus and have less sex, that can save you a lot, bro. I'm telling you. You could be a millionaire just because you saved your nut. I'm telling you. Because you have more energy at night to do something after you pulled a 9 to 5. Now from that 6 to midnight, you're grinding. You're working on your business, or you're working out, or you're reading, or just you're meditating, because meditation is important too. And you'll see the difference, bro. Te lo juro, Mike. You're gonna see the difference, bro. I'm telling you.
Way back in all of this wiring, bro. Yeah. Job done.
It's true.
What, you might have made your breakfast, you might have done whatever. Oh, fuck it, I've had a tug. Yeah. Job done, bro. What are you going to do? Sit at your desk for the next hour or two? No!
Apparently, it's got a lot of like positive benefits.
It does. Once you break fast,
yeah.
the first like 2-3 weeks, right?
So much
it doesn't even pop into your head because you wake up, you're like, oh shit, I'm gym. Oh, let me do this. Blah, 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 blah. At least like, because what I found with me, right, is not only did I have more of a drive to speak to women and have a lot more confidence in speaking to women, what happened was, it sounds...
Confidence is a factor into that. When you don't release your nut, you just, like I said, you're more masculine, you're more attractive. You just have this thing about you that girls can sense. It's almost like a sixth sense in a female. They can tell, like, alright, he just gives more masculine vibes. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you have to put things into perspective. You have to work out. You know, you have to work on yourself. And this is so repetitive, but it's what it is. It's for your higher self. That's why monks practice it. That's why athletes practice it. Mike Tyson practiced it. There's interviews of Mike Tyson talking about he would go months before like his fight. Let's say, for example, his fight is October. He wouldn't have sex from February all the way to October because the importance of semen retention. You know, it's an energy ball. It's like this force where you just become a whole lot better because you chose not to drain your energy. So, how much better do you want to be? You know what I'm saying?
Say it, but a lot of...
And I'm sure no fap has its benefits too. It's like, alright, you're not watching porn. Porn deteriorates the brain. It got you thinking something that's really not. You know what I'm saying? So that's important too. But I would say semen retention is a lot more powerful.
Bro,
life force, y'all.
They're orbiting, bro. They're radiating. It sounds very bullshit, but it's real.
So would you? So when was the last time you slapped it?
I don't have it penciled down.
No, but like, are we talking like a month?
No,
2 months?
I'm talking like 4 plus 5 months.
Oh wow, okay.
Months, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
like 10 days. I'm
like
10 days deep. I think when you hit the 4th day, you're like, oh my god,
trying to beat it.
My cock's gonna explode.
Yeah.
But it feels like such a good feeling. You're ready that 4th month, and it honestly.
How often do you masturbate? Number 4.
I stopped masturbating 6 months ago, so please help.
Did you?
Yes, I haven't masturbated.
That's not genuine.
No, it's serious.
Serious?
I've decided to become a more confident male. Testosterone.
Okay.
It's a true fact, lads.
Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life, from age 5 to now having to kick the habit. And it just presents itself in the open, like it's okay. And I stand up and say, you know, it's not okay. Some people drown themselves in drugs, and I drown myself in my addiction. Which was what? Sex. And that's what drove the ego, too. Fed the ego. I mean, that was part of feeding the ego. People are brainwashed by it. People are addicted to it. It is the modern day cigarettes. People are addicted to social media. People invest more into a photo on social media than they invest into real life.
And that is facts, ladies and gentlemen. That is facts. Y'all get the gist of the video though. Spiritually, it's important. Physically, mentally, it's important if you want to get better. Stop ejaculating. Stop releasing your nut. Every girl don't deserve your nut, first of all. You feel me? But this is the end of the video. So let me pick up the energy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I let most of the video play. It's real repetitive. Everyone said the same thing, but I just wanted you guys to get different perspectives. I wanted you to understand this. And it's not me just saying this. It's research. This is way before our time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is ancient practices, and it shows the difference. It kind of fell down during, you know, the 50s, 60s, 70s, but now it's starting to pick up. You know, we got that information right there, a press away. You know what I'm saying? Google. You know what I'm saying? You see the difference. So, yeah, the journey's a blessing. You know. Temptation is the hardest thing, especially with social media. You see something going on, you know, a girl doing this, girl doing that. It definitely provokes you to like, oh my God, like, oh, we gotta do something. But you gotta look at the higher reason, you know, the true purpose of semen retention. But either than that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and tell a friend and tell a friend. Let's get this channel to 100 subs, hopefully by the end of this weekend. Why not? You know what I'm saying? We're at 71. Let's get to 100. And after that, let's go 2, 3, 5, 7, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm gone.
Forget all the people that switching for dollars. I cube some diamonds and put it on collars. Like speed racer doing a dash. The rich in my pocket, you'll come out with cash, and that is your ass.